BJ Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish ball.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. To take us through the approach shot, it's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
A birdie putt awaits. Ouch, that hurts. 3 feet to go here to the hole. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Oh, that's frustrating. Let's get back to it, shall we? Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Appears to have overcooked this one. And this putt coming up for his par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Just didn't drop. And that should secure the par on this one. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honour the absolute legend of our game, the King, Arnold Palmer. There's just an air of something extra special this week, isn't there?
When you step on the property here at Bay Hill, you know you're in the presence of something special. Arnold Palmer's legacy was really built here, wasn't it? Granted, he absolutely brought everything he had to the PGA Tour, but when you come to Bay Hill and you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 and number 10 tee boxes, you just get a chill down your spine. Like, Man, this is some kind of awesome place. I cannot wait to tee it up here. And saying that, Mr. Palmer did not leave a golf course. That's very easy for these players. But listen, they come back here every year knowing that they need and they want to honor the gentleman who helped form the legacy of the PGA Tour. And that's why they're out here playing for all the money.
Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This is buckets. Oh, just missed. And back to the play, shall we? The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front nine, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Should find the green here. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Putting for birdie. That's very impressive.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
The great Ceferano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading by a shot after that hole. Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Wow, that's misjudged. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. The par 4 8th, Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
A bit long on that one. An opportunity to make their par. Glancing at the scoreboard, and they're currently sitting in first place. Lexi Thompson holds second.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Second shot here on the 9th hole. Good shot there, Beamer. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And down she goes, the long-range bomb.
Oh, that's going to add a little fuel to the fire of this group rivalry, guys. Massive putt.
Well, Rich, you think they're going to make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. There it is. Well, Rich, this is the pivotal final 9 coming up, and the players perfectly positioned. They've given themselves a chance.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Great shot. Playing from around 150 yards here. Currently in the lead by a shot. Come on, get down. That should set up another chance. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
Looking better.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. This one might need to get down a little. Great ball striking. It's a thing of beauty.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Has to put this one downhill.
Let's return to live play now. This putt was about 8 feet.
This for a birdie run. Yep, tracking well.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Yeah, good job. Nice par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
And back to the course with the live action. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
This one's looking good.
A bit too much pace on that one. It's just about 3 feet away. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Well, good-looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. A wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie here on the 13th. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
Okay, let's head to the next. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot. If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Yes, they've made it.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
Currently at 3 under for the day. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, your dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
The great Ceferano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1 because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Well, that was absolutely met. Great strike. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. And he's down there. You got a read?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Oh, so close. Oh, good look at a birdie here. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 3 feet to the cup. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Well, all that hard work, it's time to pay it off. Make this for the tournament. Ooh. All right, not the end of the world, but this is a putt they want to make if they're to close it out. Oh, size them up for the red cardigan that Arnold Palmer made famous. You are the Arnold Palmer Invitational Champion. Congratulations.
And what a week it was. A fantastic victory, sensational victory on arguably one of the tour's hardest golf courses. Way to go. Great win.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
Oh, absolutely. They silenced the giant today. They got the job done against the odds. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, what a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player is looking to beat Lydia Ko, which, let's be honest, will take all their skill and poise.
Oh, absolutely. This will be a certain KO for this player. I can't imagine that Lydia's going to let anybody beat her. When we talk about young phenoms, Lydia comes to mind. She's got it all.
Ding, ding, ring that bell. Let the bout begin. Woo, back there, horsey.
Nicely done.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par 5s on this layout.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Well, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Ooh, right by the hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. A well holed, he'll take the birdie. He finds himself in a share of the lead.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it. Has got this thing dialed in here. Looking good.
Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 3rd. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Well, the 4th is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This 4th can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
Yeah, quality shot, that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. Okay, let's get back to the action. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Okay, steady now. Putting for a par here. And down it goes. And now that finds him in 1st place. All right, Rich, the par 4 5th. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Not bad. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And in it goes for the par. Now leading by 1 shot. The tee shot at the par 4 6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
A 7-footer right here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That will drop and it will extend the lead. And that will take him to 3 under. Still in the lead now after that hole. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
That's a good-looking shot there. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
A par putt awaits. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently at -3 for the round. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
The putt drops, and we're moving on. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
There have been a lot of players that have come out, and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with a final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and has just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards from the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
This is looking around 115 yards out.
Playing within their comfort zone there. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? A par putt on the table. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
It was on a good line. Always nice when you can just go ahead and tap one in for birdie. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Oh, that's frustrating. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Lydia Ko. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Is that a rush of blood? 6 feet remaining to the cup.
This is what they have left for par.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. He's currently sitting in first place. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
That's a great shot here at the 15th. It sets up a look for birdie. Now switching our focus to Lydia Ko.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. The putt drops now at 4 under with just a few holes to play.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Tee shot is looking good here. Rich, fortune favours the brave at TPC Sawgrass, but no more than here at the 16th.
You better be confident in what your abilities are, because if you get it wrong, you'll find out in a hurry with this second shot here at 16. You miss it right, you're in the drink. You miss it left, you're going to be in some mounds. You can catch a nasty lie, and that's not any place you want to be. It really is a difficult shot from over on the left-hand side. One of the most underrated difficult shots on this golf course. However, you're brave, find the center of the green, make eagle. Well, life's good.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Now, 5 shots up after that hole.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That might be one club too many. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Oh, so close. Putting for a par now. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Oh, just missed. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. That one's come up short.
It defies gravity, that one. That should have chased out more, but...
And that'll do it, Rich. Players' Champion. That's one of the elite wins in their career.
Winning the Players' Championship, Luke, is easily as good as winning any major because the field quality is so amazing. This is going to speak volumes for this player and the career going forward. This is a heck of a win. I can't wait to see what they produce next.
And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elvy. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvy, alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beem doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it.
That dog will hunt.
Second shot on the second. Opting for the 9-iron. This looks to be heading to the green.
This player showing zero signs of any nerves as they play against their rival and playing partner, Tiger Woods. What a fantastic approach.
Oh, how about that one?
That is definitely a confidence builder.
And now at 3 under overall. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
From around 170 yards here. Going with the 8-iron here. Can they get a little ground draw here? That was a beauty.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
That's a good putt to make. We'll take that.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
Lining up the birdie putt here. That was a gallant attempt. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his par.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Well, good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Just didn't drop. Well, that's a bit disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently in 4th place.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snag.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in the lead. This one might need to set. Quality shot, that one. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
Okay, time to return to the action. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Ooh. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Okay, steady now. This one's for bogey. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
That's an awful error. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, this is just unfortunate. So close to the fairway, but sitting really down. Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good. That's a perfectly fine result, hitting from a lie like that.
This putt is of 9 feet. Ooh, right by the hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Oh, unlucky there. I'd hoped the flag would have helped them. Okay, so that finishes that hole.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Oh, come on, sit. That's not the outcome they were after.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Even for the day. Currently tied for 3rd position. How close was that to going down? Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just a stroke behind the leader. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
That one should find the surface. Yeah, that was a safe play. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And down it goes. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. A chance to move into 1st here with this putt. That's frustrating. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here. This is what they have left for a par.
Ouch, that hurts. And this putt to move into a tie for first. And that makes him tied for first.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
The old hammer hands putt. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That gets the job done. Well, here we have it, Rich. This player's tied for the lead with the back 9 to play.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead. Pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
Even for the day. They currently share the lead in this one. Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet.
All right, this to get ahead of Tiger Woods. What a sentence, what a one-up that would be, and what a rivalry this is.
Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
That's tidy. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
That's outstanding. Mark that down on the highlight reel. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? That's disappointing. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Never mind. Go and tap it in. Well, what a shame. A 3 putt for par there. He's currently in a share of top spot. Now, birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Oh, that was pure. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. He's currently tied for the lead. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Well, that's beautifully judged. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Well played. And that will take him to 1 under. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Well, they've certainly got the swing and the groove.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
That putt went a bit long there. Just 3 feet to the cup. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Well, he's in the spot he feels most comfortable. That's first place. I don't think he's going to want to let that go.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
The second of the back nine, par fives, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in two, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Big putt for par coming up. That was a gallant attempt. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader.
All right, folks, get ready. This should be fun.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. He's currently tied for first. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
This shot is about 140 yards out. Currently tied for the lead. Going with the pitching wedge here. Come on, get down. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. This is their look at birdie.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Was on a good line. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
They need to get up and down from here. Just one stroke off the lead.
A little excitement going on right now.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
He's got this to move into a tie with Tiger.
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back, and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill. But if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff. Great looking shot this. Oh my, right by the hole. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force a playoff.
And this putt is for a final score of... And with that, Rich, this one's actually going to extra holes. Here we go, Rich. It's time for some playoff action.
Cannot wait. It was not ready to go away yet. Loving the action.
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
Oh, let's get into this. I can't wait.
Attaboy, good shot. Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else. Hit your shot and hit it close. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Magical shot.
Gotta say, I can't see them not making birdie here.
Well, that is so cool. What a moment at exactly the right time.
What a putt at a most opportune time, Luke. Great win for this player.
Well, that's it, Rich. This tournament has been run and won.
Absolutely, Luke. Winner on the first playoff hole, one and done. Thank you very much.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.